Well, hello, my beautiful water signs, my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Grace, and I'm doing the readings for you today. They're general readings. I'm going to be using 3 different decks. It's clearing the energy. 3 different decks. I have my archetype cards by Carolyn Miss. I have my Universe Has Your Back deck by Gabrielle Bernstein, and then I have my Vice Versa Tarot. Okay? So this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Take it how it resonates. Okay, they are general. These are also not date specific, so these are just the energies that I'm picking up on right now. They can be relevant to you at any time if you would like readings that deal more with definitive time, where it would make sense in hindsight for what was going on at that time. Then those would be the readings that I do in my Zodiac groups on Facebook. Okay, so if anybody wants those, you can go in the description. All right, all my information is there. We're getting right into it for our Cancers. All right, Cancers. My water signs waited until the end. All the other elements are done. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Where is your energy at? Starting with Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Guys, like I said, take these how they resonate. The energy is fluid. Divine, feminine, masculine energies that show up in these cards. Just take them how they resonate for you. If it doesn't resonate, don't make it fit. Okay. Ooh, and that came right out, Cancer. Wow, okay. All right. Cancer, we got the Martyr. Okay, we got the Martyr. Shadow attribute is addiction to self-pity. Addiction to self-pity. And I laugh just because I know the universe has humor. The universe has humor. The light attribute is learning how to transcend the nature of service of oneself or a cause. You know, so it's almost like as much as we want a certain cause, as much as it's in our nature to do something, there's a learning curve with it, right? A transcendent learning curve with it, and the universe. For those of you I know watching this, and that resonates with you, like it's resonating with me, just gonna leave that right there. We really do our best. We really do our best. I'm Cancer Moon and Cancer Rising, so I got a whole lot of Cancer in my chart. We really do our best, and it just, the universe just has other plans sometimes. It doesn't really matter how much effort or understanding you put into something. It's just like, it's like I'm shooting myself in the fucking foot. What am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Give me 3 cards. Clarify this Martyr energy. What is the learning curve? What's going through the learning curve for our Cancers? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Here we got 1. My guides, oh my god, my guides. I'm sorry, guys. I got Archangel Michael in here talking to me about how, like, she's looking down, but this is a strength card. That she's looking down the lion's throat because he's been so busy taking care of himself, like licking his fur and taking care of himself, that he's developed this fucking hairball blocking his throat chakra and his ego. It's like he's so wrapped up in himself and his own regal beauty kind of energy that he developed this hairball. My angels, I'm telling you, they're with me right now. There's a hairball in your throat. Cancer. You've developed this hairball and this beautiful self-love energy that you've been embodying. It's time to rebalance that, right? Transcend. Transcend the self-love lesson. What is beyond? What is beyond? Give me 2 more cards. Give me 2 more cards. Oh, this is great. Alright, I got 2. So we got the 6 of Swords. And this is moving away in the night, you know, trying to make a clean, quick, quiet escape. Because I think this furball might be terrible to deal with, like the cleanup. Picture a big scoop, like a dustpan size, like scooping up this fucking gunk in your throat chakra. Like, what have you been holding in? Whoa. Cancer, whoa. So then we got the 3 of Cups, and this has to do with feeling like you're taking your cup back. Whoever it was, you know, that used to be this shining Ace of Cups for whoever they were, you've taken your cup back, you've turned your back on them, you're just like, I have other options, I'm beautiful and pretty over here, I'm beautiful and pretty over there, you see little reminders of me everywhere, eat your fucking heart out, dick. Like, you just want to say it so bad. Oh, guys, I'm letting it go. This is the fourth one for the weekend. It's been such a week. It's been such a fucking week. The universe, I have to laugh by the end. I really do. And I hope that this brings some kind of joy to your nightmare. Whatever fucking mess you're looking forward to cleaning up. Transcending self-love because, you know, you just swung the balance too far in one direction. So just laugh. Just laugh, Cancer. What card above all other cards is the universe leaving you with? What message? Here we go. Exactly. Instead of praying for an outcome, pray for the highest good of all. I was literally just doing this. I was grounding earlier today, and that's exactly what I was doing. I wasn't praying for an outcome. I was just praying for the highest good of all. And that's exactly it. Just wish everybody nothing but the best. ground out their energy, clear it out however you clear it out, when you sage or use Palo Santo or you use crystals, or you take a bath with salts, or you use aromatics, whatever it is that you do to release. If you dance, if you write, if you read, cook, prep, whatever it is that makes you feel good going into tomorrow. Just take some time to do that. And just release the highest good of all intentions out to the universe. And leave it. And leave it. Let your heart chakra guide you where you need to go. Let it bring you back to balance. Transcend this. Transcend this. Just chalk it up for what it was. Move away quietly, discreetly. Let it go. Because you got other magical shit to do. Bottom line, you got other magical shit to do. Just pray for the highest good of all. Let it go. Okay. Cancer. Alright, so where's my Scorpio? My Scorpio. Beautiful Scorpio's at. Alright. Beautiful Scorpios. We're going to do Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. For our Scorpios. My Venus is in Scorpio. So I'm always watching because, you know, anytime you have your Venus somewhere or your moon somewhere, it deals with your divine feminine aspects. You know, your internal shadows and the way you look at love and romance, the way you connect with yourself, you know, the love you have of self, you know, all that kind of stuff. So always follow, that's where your Venus is, that's where your emotions are, you know, intuitively maybe where you are, what you're feeling about, not what you're thinking about or doing about, but feeling about. Not that I'm giving you insight or anything, you know, into my feelings. Will disclude me. Will disclude me now. But you know what I'm saying. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Where's your energy at? Take these how they resonate, guys, always. Oh, we got the Prince. So this could be you. It could be someone that you're dealing with, right? Cross-watching could be, you know, your energy or theirs. Just take it however it resonates. So we got the Prince card. So the shadow attribute is using, I don't really like the way they word it, it's using your strengths, using what you know is to your advantage, for your benefit. It's like using your strengths and kind of flaunting that they're your strengths. It's not humble. That's the shadow, right? So do your best to stay humble, because a part of you wants to fluff. A part of you wants to fluff, okay? Especially if this is your sun or your rising or your Mars, because that's your masculine characteristics, your masculine attributes. So a part of you might really want to fluff, like, you know, kind of just show offy, like even in the material realm, like maybe flaunting with beautiful things, right? Beautiful things. The light attribute is romantic charm and potential for power. You know, so whether this is you or another person, they are very charming, right? They are very charming. Their energy is magnetic, right? You're drawn to them. Just kind of naturally, they have that charm to them when it comes to you, how your chemistry is, right? Your energetic chemistry. And you have a real potential for power. You know, if this prince really is like a knight in shining armor kind of prince, then you guys have a really solid potential, you know. So yeah, I just feel like there's a fine line here. There's a fine line here that if you're not genuine, or if you feel like somebody is not being genuine, you're not going for it. Right? If you're sensing that somebody, you know, if this is not you and it's somebody else, if you sense that somebody's not coming to you straight, you know, if they're not being clear with all of their intentions, that if they have any kind of personal agenda or hidden anything, if there's anything hidden, you know, Scorpio is all about the hidden. If Scorpio thinks that there's anything hidden, it's like, you know, they're out. You know, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. Romantic charm and potential for power. I feel like if this prince came the right way, with truth, right? Because we're not saying perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's perfect for someone, okay? Everybody's perfect for someone. But nobody is perfect by all means, okay? I feel like if you guys could really come to almost like a terms of agreement and understanding your differences, you know, things, how you benefit each other, how your differences benefit each other, right? How they're mutually beneficial, how you can use it to really empower your journey, right? I feel like there's a lot of potential. Scorpio. Just make sure there's no hidden agendas moving forward. You know, make sure they're flowers behind his back. You know what I mean? That they're really legitimately flowers. And that it's not just bullshit. You know, empty promises. Yeah, don't do that. Empty promises. Take that as a red flag right there. It's just that's just a sign to walk away or move or whatever, detach for the time being. All right, so give me 3 cards. Give me 3 cards. Spirit, give me some insight for our Scorpios. What are we doing here, Scorpio? Because this is not 3 cards. Okay. We're just gonna roll with this. I feel like we got a story. Wow. Okay, so right off the bat, I feel like there's definitely, with these 3 cards here, what they're telling me here, I've got the King of Pentacles, or the King of Wands, forgive me, the King of Wands in reverse. I've got the 3 of Swords, and I've got the Hierophant in reverse. And so the King of Wands, right? The King of Wands, when he's in, the King of Wands, he's a very independent, inspirational leadership type of archetype personality. Very fiery, very bright, you know, they shine. People notice them. Their personalities stand out. Very attractive, very charming. They're also very detached, and they can also be very touch and go when it comes to relationships. You know, physicality is common. You know, like sexually, being with them sexually is common with no commitment. You know, there's nothing actually there. You know, they don't attach. When this guy is in the reverse, all right, you see this huge snake, right? This huge snake wrapped around the tree, and the tree is his life. And so this is the ego, this is pride, this is the really dark attributes of the King of Wands being magnified, because you can see the snake is down here at the bottom of the card. But when it's in the reverse, this king is in his night time, so it's indicative of the shadow period of the self, you know, where they're reflecting in, and they're dealing with the fact that sometimes poison is medicine, and it's like they're getting a taste of their own medicine. Um, this 3 of Swords with this High Priestess in reverse, I think they kind of knew, like they kind of knew that whatever heartbreak it was coming, that this, you know, maybe it's a very intuitive person turned their back on him, you know, if this is a man and you're a woman, or, you know, whatever, if you resonate masculine, feminine, you know, whatever it is, turned your back on them. I feel like someone knew, because this person has some serious dark energy with that big snake. This is no small little issue they're dealing with. Like they got their demons, and they've got some major healing. You know, it takes strong medicine to heal what they're dealing with. You know, and this heartbreak, I think you intuitively know walking away is the best thing, because the heartbreak is necessary. Like you've got to get off that ship and start, you know, figuring out a new life. You know, this side's waiting for your ship to come in, and this one's like getting off the ship, you know, walking into a new reality. You know, you're literally walking into a new reality, leaving the past behind, and you're going face forward, like you're ready to go. You're enlightened. You're very clear. This is transformation of the self, Scorpio. Complete transformation of the self. You're moving forward. You're moving forward with the 6 of Swords to a new bright day. You're taking the Ace of Cups with you. You're taking the Ace of Cups with you. You're taking hope, right? If that's your divine feminine aspect of self within, like, in your masculine aspects, like you're taking an action to move forward, and you're taking hope and faith with you that there's love out there. the kind of love that it only matters that you have each other. This is the Ten of Cups. You know, these people on this boat, you know, they left in the night. They risked it all. You know, they left and went on this journey. And maybe it was a rough ride, right? Maybe it was a rough ride because these are underneath the Three of Swords, right? These are clarifying. Let me hold these up. These are clarifying. Okay? So whatever this was, it had to happen. The storm had to happen. This break, this heartbreak, this King of Wands energy had to learn. He had to fucking learn the dark way. He had to learn the dark way. We heal in the shadow. We heal in we heal through pain. It's part of it's one way we heal, and some people choose that, and that was the way it had to go. And so, you know, these people are making it, they're making it through the storm. This couple, you know, this High Priestess and this King of Wands, they're making it through the storm. That's, neither of them are seeing it, right? The storm is yet to, I feel like it's yet to be seen. I feel like neither of them really understand the kind of energy either one or the other is dealing with. But I feel like they're coming together. It's almost like hell or high water. Like I'm getting a lot of water kind of synchronicities and things in my head, you know, symbols, hell or high water. It's like do or die, you know, want to make it work, want this new beginning. And it's, you know, this isn't the Ten of Cups with a brand new love. This is a Ten of Cups that two people who have known each other for a long time survived an emotional storm, and there's still hope and there's still a rainbow, and you know, they're going to build a whole fresh life together. You know, they're going to build their own paradise. You know, they're going to build their own paradise. It's their dream, and they're just grateful to have each other. You know, so when we see, you know, this moving forward and we see this page, you know, this Knave of Swords, you know, moving forward and being, you know, woke as shit, we also have the Knight of Cups and the Five of Wands, clarifying it. So, you know, this Two of Cups, like you might be walking away, but someone's following right behind you. You know, the Knight is following right behind you. And you might not see him because he's in the shadow of the night. You know, and you're over here in the light, you know, but he's coming towards, right? He's coming towards, he's walking towards. You're walking away and he's following, or vice versa, you know, I guess how it resonates. But the fact that you are so gung-ho on moving forward might cause some conflict. Nothing crazy explosive, but it's definitely something that is going to need to be addressed within yourself. I don't feel like this is a, you know, a conflict between you and another person. I think this is you dealing with the conflict within yourself, because a part of you is like warrior spirit, like you said, hell or high water, like ready to go or ready to fix it, you know, knowing what you need to do. Yeah, Scorpio. This is the energy you're feeling, right? You're feeling this week, or you're acting on this week, or you're thinking about this week, you know, that you're in your mind about, like, you know, right? Part of you, I feel like you know that this is necessary. It's like if someone's going to put up their walls and someone's going to block you out, it's like you kind of have to stab your swords through it and make a point, you know? It's almost like you have to stab your swords through it and make a point, like, you know? Like, I might not be able to get to you, you know, you might be just fine. Like, I'm not doing anything, you know, other than letting you know I'm fucking unhappy with your shit, you know, I'm unhappy, we both knew, and instead of being bitter, it's like you're trying to accept that this person's just healing, and then eventually you guys will get through this, like you're both moving forward in the same boat, whether you realize it or not, and you're both going to wash up on the same shore together, whether you realize it or not. because one is following after the other. One's following after the other. All right. What card above all other cards, Scorpio, would the universe leave you with? What card above all other cards? My capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. If you can tune in to love's vibration, if you can let fear go, if you can let anxiety go and doubt go and the unknown, that fear of the unknown go, and if you can trust, right, trust truth, trust your guidance, trust your intuition, if you can trust the love energy coming to you from the universe, if you can take the action, right, if you can take the action, if you can follow suit, if you can get through the storm, if you can get through, the dark work, the shadow work, and take the actions, right? Because it's pushing through the fear, it's pushing through the doubt, it's pushing through the anxiety because you know it resonates with your soul. You're being called to it. You're being called to it. So it's being able to take the action steps despite those low vibration energies, and the words you need will be there. If you need compassion in order to forgive somebody for the hurt that you felt that they caused you, because maybe you're finding out that maybe you caused them hurt, so it was kind of like a vicious cycle thing that wasn't spoken about. When you need to forgive, you'll be able to manifest the energy of someone else to forgive you. There's this exchange. When you take actions and love, the universe responds. It responds. It'll give you the power that you need when you feel lost to continue forward. It'll give you the insight. You don't know the next step until you take the one in front of you, and that's what we need to get used to. Taking the one step at a time and trusting the unfoldment will go the way that is in our highest good, right? The highest good of all, coming out of Cancer's reading. The highest good of all. And hold that. Hold that. The universe is good. The divine is good. And when you take action steps from a place of divine love, unconditional love within, not just for yourself, but for, the collective, all beings equally, that we are all, spiritual beings in this human experience healing. It's important. It's important. All right. Moving forward. Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. If that speaks to anybody. You got strong Pisces in your chart. I think intuitively you're being guided to liberate yourself or the greater good, or both. Quick message out there for Pisces. All right, Pisces, where's your energy at? Okay, so we have the monk or the nun and the storyteller, Pisces. So the shadow attributes. Someone might be gossiping. You or somebody else could be telling stories in a not so nice light about somebody else. Untruths. Somebody's gossiping and telling a false tale. is because they have a skewed view of life and the physical world and the etheric. They place value on the material instead of the spiritual. So I feel like someone is just not on your vibration, or you're just not on somebody else's vibration. You might be too wrapped up in the material world, have negative judgments of the physical world, the way things are supposed to be. You might have a very traditional view of the way relationships are supposed to be, and or you're living a life where the relationship you're in is very traditional when you're not, right? And so it's like you're telling yourself this false tale that everything is great. We're going to live happily ever after. And in reality, it's like you're lying to yourself, right? So take it how it resonates. Take it how it resonates. But I feel like it's almost like someone's playing the good role. Like they're playing that character of, I have the wife, the good partner, and a stable job, and I have the car, and I have the kids, and I have this and that, the dog or whatever, and they have all of these things, and they're just pretending that they're so perfect and righteous in their life, and they're lying to themselves because that's not who they are at all. That's not who they are at all. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. This is what the universe is pushing them towards, or pushing you towards, depending on how you're taking this reading. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. This is about reconnecting to your oneness that is source energy, right? Trusting the guidance that you're getting from your highest levels of self, right? Source energy, and really devoting yourself to that guidance and following through, because there's a whole nother world out there outside of the program, the paradigm, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, fear state. There's a whole nother world outside of fear state, whole nother world. And it's the ability to experience and express life through those stories and symbols, with the universe being able to speak to you, your divinity being able to speak to you in these codes of signs and symbols as you exist, letting you know you are on the right path, you are manifesting things, you are being creative, you are telling your own tale, you are writing your own story, you are the creator of your own reality. So these negative things that you gossip about, the negative energy that you put out and project comes back to you with this skewed view of the world. And so the universe constantly teaches you through karmic lessons surrounding maybe your finances and testing your faith about what you believe is important, right? The universe is constantly testing that because it wants you to focus on the bigger picture. It wants you to create a higher level life for yourself, Pisces. You are the final sign of the zodiac. This is strong, powerful completion energy that you're going through. This is being able to tell a new tale, to look at the rest of your life starting with a blank slate. And what do you want to write on the next page? What did you do next? Who did you speak to? Were you excited? Were you surprised when this happened? It's like writing your own story. It's like the more joy you get writing your story, the more little surprises the universe pops in there for you. Little twists of miracles inside the tale. Yeah. It's time to write yourself a better story. Get rid of the false beliefs and stop, putting out negative karma through the throat chakra, right? Telling and creating negative stories for yourself. It's not manifesting you any good. Okay. Or the other person, right? Or the other person, if that resonates as another individual. All right. Vice versa deck. Give me 3 cards. Preferably. Because we obviously know how that goes. You know, getting back to that liberator and guide, it's like you seriously might have a much higher calling, Pisces. If you have strong Pisces in your chart, especially like with water element, as a water element, it's the moon or your Venus, right? Real strong intuitive energies, real strong. You know, like you're meant, what you're meant for. And you're being drawn to it. So it's like, don't sabotage yourself. Break out of whatever faulty beliefs and judgments you have, whatever negative words you put out there. Start healing it with truth. Start putting the truth out there. Start defending the truth. Start making good on it. It's like, start taking those steps, right, to undo it, because you have something much bigger. Okay, 3 cards. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. There's one more. Yeah. Beliefs are being challenged. Okay. And we got the 8 of Pentacles on the top of the deck, so there's hard working going on, and maybe somebody else is completely detaching and taking a break, right? So somebody's working very hard, and maybe the older soul in the connection maybe is just taking a break, like, I'm going within while you do your fucking work, right? While you do your healing. I'm just gonna rest. Find fucking mental stability and clarity. So we've got the Fool card on the back side, and I'm feeling it, guys. I'm feeling this throat chakra, and if you're watching other readers, I know they're feeling it too, and I'm feeling it no different. You know, it was coming up in the fucking fur ball earlier. It's been popping up. Trust me. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like with this Fool card, I feel like someone loyal in spirit is right behind you. You know, I feel like there's somebody very close and loyal to you in spirit and energy. I feel like a part of you is really wishing on a star for a miracle, you know, that you would be able to take this leap of faith, that this kind of miraculous unknown would unfold in a very special way. You know, we do have the snake on the bag, and everything else has been left behind. You know, old love has been left behind. You know, the Ace of Cups on the ground, the crown on the ground. You know, everything you know, the crown on the ground is indicative of the Emperor. You know, putting down the ego, putting down the obligations, putting down the control, right? Letting control go, surrendering. And it's like wishing to the divine that you can surrender. Wanting to heal, knowing that you have the support of a loyal soul, but not necessarily seeing the new dawn yet. Right? Not necessarily seeing the new dawn yet. You're still wishing on a star. It's like you're wishing for the opportunity. And the thing is, the opportunity is there, but you got to go through the storm to get it. It's not an easy come and get me kind of thing. You got to go through the storm to get it. Like calling Pegasus, like, you're going to need some help. You're going to need some help. This is Cupid's arrows. You know, if someone's wishing for a miracle, like time is running out, I'm seeing the petals fall off of the lily, and lilies are a funeral flower. So it's like someone's coming back from a funeral, and they're still kind of hoping and wishing for this path, you know, this miracle path. And time is running out, like even the flower's dying. You know what I mean? And it's like they're wishing for a break. And the thing is, you ain't getting the break unless you go through the storm, and you got to call on your higher. Like, I feel like you need to just do it. You know, it's finding your wings. It's finding your fucking wings and just doing it. and just doing it, like manning through storm, going through storm, because we got the Hierophant in reverse. And this is about beliefs that you've grown up with, right? The beliefs that you've grown up with about people, about relationships, about commitment, about partnerships and marriage, you know, looking back at your parents and their marriage or marriages, you know, if there was divorces and multiple partners, if your spouse, if your parents used to cheat on each other, you know, and there was affairs and, you know, there was no trust, and this is the kind of belief system that you grew up with about relationships, you know, and then maybe you have a relationship and you're reliving your parents' karma, you know, with your partner and they're cheating on you, you know, and this is what you know. Your beliefs are being challenged. The pentagram on the back, it's a tetragrammaton. And you know, all of the elements are present, like the divine is present. There's a higher order. There's a higher order than what you've been taught in this belief system. Behind your belief system, there was a divine hand guiding those experiences to certain lessons that allow your inner child to pick up the key and unlock and birth a new beginning, a beautiful, fertile, abundant, prosperous beginning based on the heart space, knowledge that comes from the heart space, wisdom that comes from the heart space, the kind of love that keeps you grounded and stable, keeps you grounded and stable. This is your inner child remembering what it was like to spiritually connect before being tainted by experience and beliefs. The programming that you've taken on. The programming. Your belief system is your programming. And there's a much higher level of awareness, of consciousness than you've understood to this point, right? And so it's like at this time, it's like if you want to turn things around, you got to stop wishing and start doing. I ain't kidding. This ain't about chasing your dreams. It's about catching them. You're going to have to face up to the stuff. You know, if somebody was gossiping, they're going to have to face up to the stuff. Somebody was being a fucking liar or talking shit, like they're going to have to face up. Somebody was being deceitful, spreading rumors, not being real with themselves, beliefs in money. Like, you want to talk about fucking belief systems being challenged? Some relationships, there's some people out there that don't give a shit about money. Maybe this person, that's all they know. They only know about one person being, you know, giving and one person taking and one person in, somebody being a fucking snake, you know, like, that's all they know. And this is what's healing, right? Because the universe is trying to get you or them back to this space where they're connected to their divinity and they're creating with the universe. They're in communication directly with the universe. They're picking up the signs and synchronicities, the symbols, the songs, the conversations. The universe wants to get them back to this place. It wants to get them back to this place, and they're really going to have to take that leap of faith there. They're definitely going to miss this, right? So this is the energy going on. I feel like there's momentum building. It's like suspense. What card above all other cards for our Pisces? We got 3. This came up earlier. I believe it was Libra. So Pisces, if you have strong Libra in your chart, make sure you watch it. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. Always. Nothing is always what it seems, guys. I encourage you to watch Libra just for this card. Nothing is ever what it seems. There is a magic to the way the universe works. There's a method to the madness. And if you can trust that the actions you're taking are in your highest good, And you are going to get to wherever you need to go no matter what, right? There's just the easy way that looks hard and the hard way that looks or seems easy. And it's a matter of picking which one, and this is the universe saying, take the one that looks hard or seems hard, that's actually a whole lot easier. Because that one's going to lead to an awakening, a whole new belief system from your inner child, like going back to your innocence, where it's like all the taintedness, all the bullshit that you've accumulated in your programming is gone and wiped clean. It's like a brand new fucking dawn. Nothing's ever what it seems. If you have to make a wish to get through this fucking storm and pray to your higher for courage, do it. Do it. If you're being guided, just do it. Trust. Fucking trust. Blind faith. Don't wish. Just make your own reality happen. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. You can take time to connect with your higher, your divinity, your highest self, source, your guides, your guardians, your angels, your deities, whoever it is that you believe in, whoever you know has your back up there, your ancestors. Speak to them. Speak to them and let them show you. Let them give you proof. Let them give you the synchronicities. Let them give you the symbols and let you know that they're answering you, and to be patient and watch, because you're gonna get the resonation. It's gonna resonate. Surrender to the power of presence and prayer, the powerful presence of love. That when you call on your divine and love energy with the intention of healing for all and the highest good of all, right? And the highest good of all. Don't pray for an outcome, pray for the highest good of all. And remember, obstacles are just detours in the right direction. If you hit a roadblock, it's because you have to take an action through the storm. There's an obstacle, you got to take an action through the storm. Put fear aside, doubt aside, anxiety aside, just put it to the side. Take that leap of faith. Spirit is loyal to you, it's behind you, the universe has your back. It's just an obstacle. And every obstacle you overcome, the payout's going to get better. Continue to trust your heart space. Continue to surrender to that love presence in your actions. That guided, intuitive love that you're getting from the universe, that it's safe, it's okay. There's a reason why you want it. There's a reason why. Like, it can't tell you the reason. It wants you to trust it. That if you do it without a reason, because it intuitively feels right, that there's just a reward so big, it couldn't possibly tell you in advance. It couldn't put it into words, right? If there's obstacles and you can tackle them and you can find solutions, Pisces, I think your whole world's going to change for the better. And I mean, way better. Way better. Writing a whole new story. Writing a whole new story in connection with your oneness. You might find yourself in the public eye, or in a position where a lot of people know you and recognize you, Pisces. And if not a lot of people, then that one person that matters, they're going to recognize it. They're going to recognize it because you do. Just detours, just obstacles, that's all it is. And that's that. And that is that. That wraps it up. So I love you guys. I will see you next time. I'm going to load this up for you. Until then, love each other, love yourselves. Bye.